everyone, Zellerant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, we're going to be talking about the upcoming event that is Orchestra in late autumn. And as you can see here by the December schedule, that'll be dropping here in just under a week on December 14th. So this is going to be dropping right in the middle of Libra Cup. And much like the Halloween event, this is going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. Not only does it have the crystal shards in it, but it's going to also have another very good free SSR that you're going to be able to MLB that will be very, very good in Make a New Track. And so with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the event itself. And so this is going to be kind of the festival event here. So this event will be paired alongside with Simply Rudolph and Gold City and their festival alts. So I'll be going over those once we get a little bit closer to the banners dropping, alongside with the gotcha SSRs we'll be getting here with the Curran Chain and Rita Bryan ones. But when we take a look at this event itself, it's going to be just like all the other events we've had in the past. The big thing we'll want to talk about is the Yukino Bijin card that we'll be getting for free, but also just a reminder on it that we'll still continue to have those crystal shards built into it, all the way up to that 920,000 points for the third one. Now, I've seen the math on how many we're going to be getting about per scenario, and it looks like we're going to be getting about 1.5 of full crystals per scenario after Unity. I think Unity we're getting a little bit less, just for the sake that it kind of was, we don't have access to all the other little events that will give it at the beginning, but they will be more consistent from this point forward. And nice thing is they did add the ability for you to use double TP to kind of double the rewards you get from running a career. And so I know some people were struggling to actually make this 920,000 to get this last shard. And if you weren't using that double TP, you can kind of gauge now that you've done the Halloween event where you ended up if you did not make it all the way down here, and maybe how many times you might want to double up that TP usage. Because in my opinion, these crystals are worth the usage of 10 carats to do additional runs if necessary. So if you're running out of time towards the end, you can rush some very quick events, use those 10 carats to up your TP, get the double rewards, and then you can use actually an Uma. You can use an Uma that has like a fan goal at the very beginning to rush a loss, and you can use that loss to get some quick points to make sure you make this cutoff on any future events. And so just make sure that you go ahead and target that, because they're going to be very important to keep topping up your SSR cards as we get new ones as they power creep each other. The other thing is, with this event, unless they change it, we can kind of expect this to be the same. We won't be seeing the hint books coming into the event. I was kind of looking forward to when we can expect them. And so this one's right here, Sounds of Autumn. And so if we move up here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more events. And then when this one drops, this event will be the first one where we'll start seeing those hint books get mixed in. And so those are going to be important for adding skill hints to your Uma's skills themselves, so you can have some pretty good discounts on them, because right now they're already super expensive. Even though they might come with a good skill, they're super expensive, and these will give you those discounts you need. But who knows, we might get lucky and they might change it and add them in early. They didn't for the Halloween event though, so I don't expect it on this one. But with that, we can take a look at the free SSR card we will be getting for this event. Just like the Mihono Bourbon Wit card, this is going to be a very good card specifically for Make a New Track. So even though we're going to be getting this one now, and it's not really going to have any value right now, this one's going to be very good when Make a New Track drops. And that is because there is a Guts build where you can specifically focus on Guts, because Guts trains both speed, power, and Guts. And through the mechanics of Make a New Track, you can really ramp up and stack training effectiveness. And if you have a bunch of Guts cards, you can get a lot of stats on all 3 of those stats. And so it is, and what makes it very good for the Guts build is it has a 10% race bonus right off the bat. 10% is kind of the minimum you're going to want on a support card, because you want to try and hit that 60% threshold of race bonus to really min-max the stats you're going to get from doing all the races. Now 15% is very good because the 15% can offset any 5% you might want to bring. For example, if you're doing a front runner, you're going to want to bring Mihono Bourbon Wit, which only has 5%. So then you can bring another 15%, whether it's like Nice Nature or something, to then balance them out to bring it to 20%. With this one, you don't have to worry about it. It gives you that flat 10%. Really, really good. Has a pretty good friendship training here with 30%, and then initial friendship gauge at 25 as well. Well, actually, it's 40 because you have it built into the unique. So you're going to be able to get this one to rainbows very quick. And like I said, you're only going to hit training. You're not going to hit training that often in Make a New Track, but the times you do hit it, you want to try and get those rainbows alongside with all that training effectiveness, which she also has 10%. So she's going to be very, very good on that. Now, I will say one negative is she comes with her gold skills Corner Conagir, which is kind of a very, very gamble skill because it's a just any random corner. Now, I could see this one potentially having use in a shorter track where like a majority of a corner is the acceleration zone and everything else is a straight. But I don't know any specific tracks that this will have value in. But the nice thing is this card does have playtimes overbuilt in, and it works similar to the Yukino one, where you have the first event, you get some guts and wisdom. You do lose energy on it, which kind of sucks, but you do get some stats. The second one here, you get the choice between Snowy Days or Playtimes Over. Now, like Yukino's, if you click Playtimes Over, that will end the chain. Now, if you hit the top one, get Snowy Days in the stats, it will then go on to the third one to give us Corner Connoisseur. There's two benefits to the second one being able to end right here. One, you don't really care about this gold skill, so you can just take Playtimes Over, which is a very good skill. It's basically like Tails Held High, except it triggers from someone coming right behind you. And so this one's, depending on whatever position you're doing, this one works very well, especially even on front runners, because as another front runner is closing in on you, it can help keep you in the lead. But it also ends at one thing that kind of don't really realize when you can end an event chain early is it allows your other events to happen. One problem, especially if you're a whale like myself, I know a lot of people don't have this problem. It's more of a whale problem. But down the line, once more people start getting more MLB SSRs, you run into the problem of having, especially if you have six cards with 3 chained events, meaning it gets harder to actually finish the chain event. So if you're counting on Swinging Maestro from Super Creek, you're counting on Kita Sun Black for Professor of Curvature, or any other specific skills that has something at the end to get that gold skill, the quicker you can end one, like this one with Playtimes Over, that means you just saved yourself 1 turn of getting this one, so you can potentially get one of your other card skills. So it's kind of it's a small little bonus to it. It basically like downgrades that training event to be something similar to using an SR card, even though it is an SSR. So we have that. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it with this card. After Make a New Track, I don't know if this is really going to be used at all. There's going to be a lot better options at that point, but I could see this one getting solid use. As when you look at the options for Guts cards, there isn't that many, other than I think Air Groove has 10%. We'll have Admire Vega, which is a 15% that'll be coming alongside the NTR banner. And I think there's a couple others. But since everyone's going to have easy access to this, it's going to be a highly regarded card. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that covers this event. And so we have that. I'll be going over the Showtime event here probably in a week once we get a little bit closer to it. But this is going to be another one you don't want to miss because of those crystal shards. Like I said, you want to do all of these events to get the full 20, and that you can add a limit break to your support cards. It's going to be about 1.5 that you're going to get per scenario, potentially 2 on some of them. I just seen someone kind of going over the math on them in one of their videos. And yeah, that's it for now. And if you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.